Okay, so morning everyone, and here we are at Buckinghamshire Golf Club in near Denham, just off the M40, January, and it's my enormous pleasure to introduce to you Bob Burdick, who is a complete guru in our business, very much so, no question, a guru in network marketing, phenomenally successful. And Bob, we would just love to hear from you about building rock solid for the long term in our business. That's exactly what you and your amazing wife Sue have done. You really know what to do. You know how to really make this happen in a huge way. So Bob, it's over to you, and thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, James. Well, we got started 32 and a half years ago, 1987, June 8th, 1987. Jeff came to me and shared his business with Sue and I saw the performance. I'm a numbers guy. From my construction days, I know numbers real well. So I saw the performance bonus was the biggest part of the money. So he told me if I had 5 lines in bonus, I'd be automatically qualified. And also you'd get paid 5D. So the difference in people's income is their structure, right? And today, to go all the way to PMB, you want to be at least 8 wide, real lines. So it's if you built a business, I'm going to show you an example here. If you sponsored 8, who sponsored 8, who sponsored 8, 5D, and they only did $100 each, your 3% performance bonus is over $112,000 per month. Okay, so it's teaching structure. Our top position that's in my name is 11 wide. I have 11 lines in bonus. All right, most people don't have 3 real lines. Don't lie to yourself. You can lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. All right. Where do you want to be by the October conference? Where do you want to be next year? Where do you want to be 10? And look, again, Sue and I started 32 years ago. What we did our first 24 months built us a solid income for the rest of our lives, right? And when I'm sharing the business, what I share is Juice Plus is a 50-year-old company. Our product is fruits and vegetables. That makes sense to everybody. Product will never go out of style, and demand will only increase. Now, for most people, it's a little out of their comfort zone at first, but I sell the residual income. How would you like to work pretty hard your first 2 to 3 years to draw income for you and your family the rest of your life? When I started, I had 5 sons that were in school at the time. Now we have 10 grandsons, 5 granddaughters, 6 great-grandsons, and 4 great-granddaughters. Okay, just like the business, your family can grow too. All right. So again, I think the things that make people successful, number one, leading by example. You can't know what you don't do. You can't teach what you don't know. So you got to do to know and know to teach. So are you sharing the product? Are you getting customers every month? Are you sharing the business? Are you bringing on team members? Okay. And are you developing the proper structure to receive all your income? And to me, the motivation to getting the proper structure, the residual income, it would make you self-qualified, where you didn't have to worry about qualifying. So again, what would you do now to October, okay, promoting all the events, not only in the UK, but any place in the world. And when a new country opens or there's a new event, big event going someplace, one of the things I do, this is how I met James. When they announced that 1 year into the business, they opened up the UK back in June of '88, I believe it was. I asked a friend, who do you know in the UK? And he said, I got a school chum. His name's James Sanderson. Sue called him and look what happened. All right. So when new countries open up, it gives me an excuse to talk to people. Who do you know in Spain? Who do you know in Dubai? Who do you know to have business? Not only have your structure proper, but having business geographically diversified around the world makes your business so much more stable. Sometimes one market goes faster than other markets, right? So there couldn't be a better time than right now. and I'm using U.S. numbers, $109,450 in bonuses. So if I'm talking to a new prospect, I'm sharing with them that they start now and apply themselves, and I'm here to help because I'm going to make a commission off it too. They go from the bottom to the top, each promotion on time, besides their commissions, besides the residual income they're establishing, they can win $109,450 in bonuses. And that's huge, right? So, James, I'll be glad to take any questions. I don't know exactly what your people are looking for, but again, leading by example and you doing the income producing activities that you want other people to do. Yeah. I'm not asking somebody to do this for me. I'm asking somebody to do this with me.
Yeah, Bob, I think that people would be very interested just to hear some stories of some of the people that you have got in your business, and particularly some of your frontline people, and just some stories of how, who some of these people are that have...
Okay. And every different background. Elizabeth Small, all right? She's a PMD, all right? She's got all the proper structure. And the reason she has such high volume, and because she leads by example, and she has the proper structure. Dr. Du Bois is on my team. He's second level to me. But not only do we have the proper structure, they're not one club lines. I have, out of the 11 lines, I think 6 of them are 39 club and bigger, 100 clubs and 75 clubs and all that. All right. So again, I ask people again, James, what would you do between now and October? What would you give up? What effort would you put in? How many people would you talk to? How many events would you do to build a base for your business that could last you the rest of your life? All right. The bonuses they got now, the new international expansion, we'll open up Portugal. So here's a good question. Who do you know in Portugal? All right. We're relaunching in Malaysia and some other countries. But getting your business, the structure proper, and also I think having it geographically diversified around the world makes it far more stable. And I like traveling. So soon I've made over 100 trips just to Europe. And when you sponsor somebody, that's when people want to help people after they become successful. They don't need your help then. People need your help in the beginning, seeing a vision and sharing the vision. Again, Juice Plus is a 50-year-old company. Fruits and vegetables make sense to people. They'll never go out of style, and demand will only increase. Yep. I'm not selling high heel shoes. I've got a limited market. Okay.
So Bob, you said, what would people be prepared to give up, and to really go for it? Can you just talk us through what you and Sue did in the early days to get your
Okay. There was no cell phone. Okay, there was no cell phones and no computers back then. So I was fortunate that we had 5 sons that were in high school at the time. We made flyers, and it said, we sold water filters when I first got involved. It was before Juice Plus. And the little flyer said, never lug another jug, bottled water, 2 cents a gallon, delivered. And they would go out and fly our parking lots. We'd go to malls and shopping centers. They'd stick a flyer on the windshield. Then we'd have to go home and sit by the phone and wait for it to ring. No cell phones, okay? I didn't know anybody with a cell phone or a computer in 1987, right? It's far easier today, but you still have to apply yourself. People will say to me, James, is this a get-rich-quick scheme? No, you have to work. But then when they get involved, they want to just sign up and get rich. They don't work that way. There's some effort put. You can't teach what you don't know. You can't know what you don't do. So you must do to know and know to teach. If I want to share how to get customers, how to do follow, if I've never done it, how can I share that with James? If James hasn't done it, how can he share it with Gordon? And so on and so forth. So I think I'm asking people, do you want to do this with me? I'm not saying, do you want to do this for me? And people hear that, no matter how you word it, they can tell whether you're walking your talk or not. Okay, so if you're leading by example, if you're doing plenty of events, if you're bringing people to the events, you know, promoting events, again, I said, what are the income producing activities? I'm here for the money. I wasn't trying to save the spotted owl, the blue-tick hound, the whale, and the trees and all that garbage. I was trying to save my family, okay? So I said, what are the income producing activities? I'm here for the money. I've never hit that fact. Sharing the product, sharing the business, promoting events. So I'll always have business cards with me in my wallet, in my truck. So no matter where I'm at, I can give somebody a business card. I'm always listening for an opening to share either the product or the business with people. I have flyers of any local event, so I bump into somebody, I say, well, Dr. Boyce will be speaking down here at the Bella Roma's Cafe next Thursday night. Why don't you come see it? All right, so and again, promoting events is the #1 income producer. All right, getting people to see the medical professionals speak about Juice Plus, it gives it more credibility. Coming to see a business opportunity where to see people from different backgrounds, if he's doing it, I can do it. If she's doing it, I can do it. So I can't stress enough, setting some goals, understanding the structure you want, all right, to get to the top. And again, when I look at the income plan, if you sponsor 8, who sponsor 8, 5D, and they all do $100. That's all they do, it's just $100. And you only get 3%. That's $112,344 a month. If they're doing $25 a month each, you're making $28,000 a month. Most people don't have enough front lines and they don't duplicate. And also, when I sponsor somebody, I don't leave my future in their hands. So I go around James, I work with Gordon. I go around him and I work with Hannah in Germany. I go down in the team to find people I can develop a relationship and work with. So I not only, so many people have a front line and a second line, but then the third line gets smaller. Doesn't it make sense? I had 5 sons, I have 15 grandkids. 5 of them have already given me 10 great-grandkids. Every generation should be bigger. I look at some people's report on the virtual office, and they have 50,000 volume on their front line, 100,000 on the next line, and then only 20,000 on the third line. They're not going down in their team to find the people that want it and work with them to grow that line. So, I mean, I'll go down 10 levels deep. If that's the one that's fun to work with and works, that will motivate the people above it. If I don't qualify, I won't get paid on that. So I go down each line to find the workers. I don't care if I'm going down to see Hannah in Aachen, Germany, or where they're at. But again, I see the long term. Again, a company's 50 years old, a product that makes sense to everybody needs, will never go out of style, demand will only increase. How many lines in bonus, PB and POB, do you want by the October conference? How many people are you going to bring with you to that event? But if you don't start with local events now, building up for that event, okay? And again, what you do in the next 12, 24, and 36 months can establish a dynasty for your family, like Sue and I did, for the rest of your lives. My mom seen my check one month. Years ago, they mailed checks. And I bought my mom 20 acres and built a house next door and gave it to her. And she was checking the mail when we were gone. And she saw my check and she said, Bobby, they're going to put you back in prison. This can't be legal. Nobody would pay you that much money. I said, this one's legal, Mom. She was always proud of Sue and I, but she never didn't understand the philosophy of the business, why any company would pay us so much money.
Bob, you said that events are the highest paying activity of our business. Can you just take us through, you know, I know that you had a large number of people at your first big conference that you went to, and you really, really took it seriously. Mm-hmm. What did you do to get so many people to that conference?
Fear of loss. And I share it with my friends in a nice way. And I have a sense of humor. I joked with them. I said, you're not going to believe this, but the NFL, the National Football League, never called me. The NBA, the American basketball people, never called me. So I had to get a job. So of course, I'm joking with people. I don't have the talent to do any of that thing. What I'm trying to share with people is my job is not going to get me rich. As a carpenter, okay? Most people have a job that they make a living. Some people make a better living than others. Here is a chance for financial freedom. Here's something anybody can do. It's $50 for the franchise. I say it's a poor man's franchise, the average person's best shot. A little bit out of my comfort zone. For most people at the beginning, this is a little bit out of their comfort zone, but it's one opportunity that's an equal opportunity. I mean, look at the different people that are 100 clubs around the world with the Juice Plus company, all totally different backgrounds. It's how bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? You can't teach what you don't know. So if I want to teach you how to share the product, I have to share the product. If I want to teach you to share the business, I have to share the business. I share the residual income. Okay, now it's unlimited too, but how would you like to work for the next 2 to 3 years and draw $10,000 a month the rest of your life? 20,000, 30, whatever you want. It's here. Again, a 50-year-old company, a product that won't go out of style, demand will only increase, everybody needs. Everybody's not going to buy it, but I'm not selling high heel shoes. I got a limited market.
Yeah. Bob, sorry, keep going.
Fruits and vegetables, everybody needs. But again, I'm trying to share the vision that this is going to happen with or without you. And for the average person, no disrespect to anybody, this is their best shot for financial freedom. Again, for most of us, a little bit out of our comfort zone at first. But again, somebody says, how do you share the product? If I went to a new restaurant today and it was great food, I'd tell my friends about it. If I saw a great movie, I'd tell my friends about it. The same thing here. I found a great product that will benefit you and your family, and there's an opportunity behind it too. You owe it to yourself and your family to come next Tuesday night. I got a friend coming to speak, James Anderson.
So Bob, tell us a little bit about actually how you present the business to people. What are the key points that you tell people that really you feel just gets people's attention really, really focused and gets people energized?
The residual income, okay? If I get 2 customers a week, if I get 2 trio customers, let's say I'm a sales coordinator. I'm using US dollar numbers.
Yeah, that's fine.
If I get 2 customers a week, 100 customers a year, I'm going to add $22,500 to my residual income each year. So just part-time, getting 2 customers a week, in 4 or 5 years, I'm making 100 grand a year. On the side, part-time. People are looking for residual income. People can't stop working till their money is working. So I think people are looking for residual income so they can retire if they want to. Okay, so again, I share that if you get 2 customers a week, this will happen. If you build a team, if you get 8 and they get 8 and they get 8, 5 deep, and they just do an average of $100 each, again, your 3% performance bonus is $112,344 a month. They're doing $25 each, average. You're making $28,000 a month. I mean, where are you going to go and do that? So again, I try to share with people that this is, for most people, really their only shot at financial freedom. And it's $50 for the franchise. It's a poor man's franchise and the average person's best shot at financial freedom. Now you have to work. It's just like people that want to look like the guy or the girl that goes to the gym all the time. You can look like that if you want to go lift those weights. Okay, you can earn what James, if you build a business James built. If you want to build a business that Bob and Sue built. Okay, you have an unlimited market because everybody needs Juice Plus. We're in well over 25 countries now around the world and consistently expanding. What will you do and what will you give up to put more effort in this between now and October to build a base for a business that will last you a lifetime? Quit making excuses, start making money. Again, most people, and James can tell you this from looking at his own reports, most people don't have the proper structure. They don't have 5 real lines, let alone 8. Okay, our top spots in my name, I have 11 lines in bonus. Okay, and our team does over $1 million a month. Okay, so again, sharing the vision. Okay, what's worse than being blind? Having sight and no vision. Okay, you're sharing a vision. Again, 50-year-old company, the most thoroughly researched whole food product in the world. Okay, a product that everybody needs. Everybody's not going to buy it, but everybody needs it. So everybody's a prospect. Again, if I'm selling high-heel shoes, I have a limited market. Fruits and vegetables, I call them a suspect, a prospect. Okay, but you have to go to work. People will say to me, is this a get-rich-quick scheme? No, but you can make a lot of money in a short period of time if you go to work. Okay, you can't join a gym and get in shape. You have to go to the gym. You have to lift the weights. Okay, you have to do the exercises, but it's worth it.
So Bob, let's say that someone watching this today is saying, right, at the beginning of the year now, I want to absolutely go for this. I want to get to the top of this business. I've got my first year. I expect probably to, what have I got to do this year to really get myself moving?
Sharing the business, and a good thing that works with sharing the business, I didn't understand this at first, is a 3-way call. Okay, it's almost like going to court and somebody's accusing me of a crime, and James comes to testify and said, no, Bob was with me that day. He wasn't there doing that murder. Okay, having a third-party testimony. So when people come to events, I think they see other people that they relate to. Okay, so again, it was hard for me to understand that promoting events created more income than sharing the product or sharing the business. If I got James as a customer, I made a commission. I get James as a distributor and a customer and make a commission. If I take him to an event, I might have to buy him lunch. but when it was hard for me to understand this in the beginning. When people go to events, they see other people, and for some reason, their best friend tells them, they say, I don't know. I bring them to the event, they hear James, they say, sign me up. I said, I've told you the same thing James has been telling you for the last 3 weeks. Oh, but the way he said it. Okay, so for some reason, you can tell your friend, and they'll say, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. You bring them to an event, and they hear a total stranger, and they're in. I don't understand why that works, but I do understand it does. So again, I'm building for events. So I'm always looking where different events are. I always have event information. And like once we have a conference coming up, our next conference is in Phoenix. So right now, a good question I ask people, who do you know in Phoenix? So let's say a friend of mine gave me a contact in Phoenix. Don't you think it's going to be easy to get him to come to her to come to the conference when we get there in October? They already live in Phoenix. So you're starting somebody where the next big event is. So again, one of my favorite questions is wherever a conference or event's coming up in the next few months or 6 months, I'll ask people, who do you know? And I have that information in my day timer just in case, if I'm, when is it? I can look it up. It's October 26th, blah, 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 where it's at and all that stuff. I'm going to be there. Then I'll do calls with the person's prospect in Phoenix now, and soon I will go out there and get the person started before the conference so they can have a team come October. Investing in your money, investing in your business, helping people in the beginning. That's another thing people don't do. they say, once that person's up and running, I'll help them. I don't need the help now. I needed that 32 years ago when I was first getting started.
So Bob, if you went to, let's say, Phoenix, and you were getting someone going before the conference, and you and Sue go there a couple of weeks, what would you do with them to help them get a team at that conference?
Okay. I share with them the income producing activities. I contact the local people there. I introduce them to the local leaders so they can be involved in the events. So the local leaders will help my people. I'll say, Sue and I will come back 2 times between now and October and do some events for you. And when I go there, I help the sidelines and other people just like I help my own team. And that way they support my team when I'm not there. You can only be in one location. So, if I come to London to work with James, I help sidelines when I'm there too, so they support my people when I'm not there. But again, I can't stress setting a goal, leading by example, and building the proper structure. Okay, most NMDs don't have 5 real lines. They're lying to themselves. It just hurts themselves. It doesn't hurt anybody else. Okay, but with the new marketing plan, with the new positions here, you want to be at least 8 working lines. A working line is 12 club or bigger. You want to be at least 8 lines wide. Okay.
And Bob, how many people would you be needing to talk to get 8 lines wide?
We talked to 400 and some people about the business. Our first 4 months, 11 went to work.
And how did you find those people? 400 people is a lot of people to talk to.
Okay. We passed out flyers. Back then, this is before cell phones and computers and all that stuff. But being prepared. So when I'm out and about, I'm inviting people to local events all the time. I have all the local event information. And I'll talk to people. I said, do you know anybody that would like to make an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month part-time? I'll ask questions and then I stop and listen. No, I don't know anybody, but I do. Usually that's what the person says to me. I said, I'm with a company. We have a franchise. I call it a poor man's franchise. It's $50 to buy the franchise, and we market this product. And so I try to show a vision. 50-year-old company, a product that will never go out of style, a product that everybody needs, thoroughly researched, okay? And where are you gonna go and find an opportunity like this? What company, what product is so universal? So I try to sell the common sense of it. I'm not selling hula hoops. I'm not selling high heel shoes. I'm selling a product that makes sense to people that everybody needs. So I got 100% market possibility. Now, everybody's not going to buy the product, of course. Everybody's not going to get in business, but everybody's a prospect. You don't have to have a college education. You don't have to be an athlete, okay? You don't have to be financially well already. You can start dead broke like I did. And again, the company warehouses the product, ships the product. So all you got to do is pay $50 to sign up. If I get a customer, the company ships them the product. I don't have to. When we started, we had to buy the product and then deliver it to the customers ourselves. So we had to have the upfront money to buy the product. Today, the $50 application fee is all I have to spend in the product that we use for our own family. But when I get a customer, the company ships directly to them. Okay, go ahead.
Go on, say, we're just coming to the end really now. So thank you very, very much indeed for your very candid and absolutely brilliant approach. Can I just ask you one simple question? You've been involved with the business for how long?
32 and a half years.
And if I may ask you,
Started 1987, June 8th.
How much money do you know that you have made, or how much money have you made in that period, do you think?
What's that?
How much money have you made in that period?
About $27 million.
Wow. I think that's.
Well, my grandkids say, Grandpa's never worked. He just talks to people. We did construction for 24 years, but my oldest great-granddaughter is 8 years old, okay? And she just thinks that Grandpa never works, he just talks to people. And that's great, that's great.
Well, Bob, thank you very much indeed. You're absolutely amazing. We see it's got light outside now.
Yeah.
The day has started and it looks absolutely beautiful where you are.
Yes, it's a little foggy today, but it's a beautiful day.
Thank you very, very, very much indeed. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Bob.
Cheers, Bob.
Bye for now.
Oh, that was amazing.